Hello Ride On people, another beautiful day in Georgia, and I have a slight bone to pick actually with the weatherman. If you have a look at this, our weatherman said there wasn't another cloud in sight, but if I look over there about 50 miles, I can see one that's about 6 foot wide. Still, I can live with that. So the bike's done about 1800 miles now, and my beautiful triple black GSA, but it's not looking so beautiful at the moment. Got caught out last week. Jerry and I were riding up in the mountains, and the road we were riding on ran out and just ran into a bit of gravel, and we thought no problem, we'd just stick with that for a few hundred yards, and a few hundred yards became kind of like quarter of a mile, and quarter of a mile became a mile, and before you knew it, we'd done about 50 miles off-road, and currently the bike now looks like this. Mud, glorious mud, and dust, glorious dust. So the bike's been through the wars with that dust, and it's just kind of got everywhere really. Looking pretty nasty. Got lots of dead insects and lots of crap all over the exhaust system and everywhere, and looking pretty heavy. Even the seat is I don't know if that will come out on camera because it's just so bright today. It's all covered in muck basically. So, time for a bit of a clean, I think. So this week I bought a kind of cheap pressure washer by Ryobi. You can get these at Home Depot, about $100. Not necessarily the best thing to buy if you want to jet wash your driveways and your house and all that kind of stuff, but I've got people that are paid to do that for me. So if you just want something that's not going to blow all the useful lubricant out of the joints around your bike, a low pressure power washer used sensibly is probably the way to go. So we'll give it a little go, and I'll show you the other cleaning products that I use personally, and I'm sure you've got your own techniques and your own products, but I'll show you what I use, and hopefully we'll have a good result at the end. Let's see how it turns out. So I'm going to go outside and clean the bike now, and I guess we've all got different techniques and different products for cleaning the bike. I don't think there's anything particularly right or wrong, but I'm going to share what I do. And you know, if you're looking to try a new product or a new technique, you know, try these yourself. Firstly, let's start by saying if you're going to hand wash it with buckets, have two buckets, one with clean water and one with dirty water. So you're wiping the bike down, cleaning that out in the dirty water, putting it back in the clean water, your sponge or whatever you're wiping with, so that you're not putting the dirt back onto the bike. My good friend Mr. Flyer, he's got a great video out on cleaning bikes. Have a look at that for that particular technique. I'm not going to go through that in this video. So let me show you what I'm currently using. This week I bought a little Ryobi, in focus there, little Ryobi pressure washer. That's the model number, the RY141 1600. 1600 stands for the PSI, I think, on that, and it's quite a low pressure washer. It's very small, lightweight, easy to handle. If you're impaired in any way or not particularly strong, or perhaps a lady who's fairly slight in build and strength, it's handy for pulling around, and it only costs about $100. So I'm going to give that a go and see how we get on. This is a nice little product made by Moose Racing. It's called Instant Detail Cleaner, and it's cheap as chips. You can get it on Amazon, places like that. I think I don't know, it's about $7 a tin or something like that, and it works surprisingly well. Very impressed by that. It was actually a freebie, a guy gave that to me, but I found that very useful. Next thing is a well-known product, S100 cleaner. Comes in spray form with a spray bottle, or you can get it in the can form, and it's not a bad product. Lots of people really swear by it. I think it's pretty average compared with other products like Moose Racing. It seems expensive, but it does seem to work fairly well. Spray it on, leave it a minute or two, then wash it off. I found that this product, Wyman stainless steel wipes, available from like Publix and Kroger's and places, made for cleaning stainless steel appliances around the house, fridges, etc. Works absolutely brilliantly on the stainless panniers. So if you've got Brooks or Touratech or BMW panniers, I suggest you physically take them off the bike rather than wash the bike with them on, and just literally wipe with that, and then finish off with a microfiber cloth. It does a really good job. Goof Off is a product I really like. These are wipes, again available from Home Depot. It's really good for really dirty places like wheels, and I just find it works particularly well, although I would always finish off with a cloth because it can leave a little bit of a residue. Armor, I think this is a relatively new product, wash wipes. I've only tried it once actually. When you open the box up, the wipes look like this, and when I tried them, they were quite good. I know some friends of mine kind of worry that all you're doing is scratching your machine if you use kind of wet wipes like these. But what I would say is that if you use a sponge, you're pushing dirt along your vehicle or any other type of cloth. There's no real difference. What I would say is, wash the vehicle down carefully first. If you've got a low pressure jet wash, it's probably the best thing to do. And once its actually surface is pretty clean, then go over with these to remove it, or just to remove light stuff like bugs off windshields, etc. Moving on, when you finish it clean, AC50 is a product well rated the world over, produced for aircraft industry. You see pictures of boats and aircrafts and stuff, helicopters on that, and basically that's an anti-corrosion product. So particularly around the winter time, or if your roads are salted or you constantly get kind of salty rain, you live in England or the north of America, really good product to put on your vehicle. I would say the only caveat is if you're going to put it on wheels, make sure your brakes are fully masked off and your tyres are free from the spray. And also after you've applied it, you're going to get some drippage, so you really have to be careful that you don't get that on your tyres, and also you don't really want to do it on your driveway unless you've got down like a cheap plastic sheet or something, because you're going to get drips of oil type residue. But in terms of anti-corrosion, it works well on engines and downpipes, etc. This particular product is I believe really impossible to get. It's really difficult to get here in Georgia anyway. It's called Liquid Glass. It's in an old-fashioned tin tub. It's a bit like I'm trying to think of the product. No, name escapes me. Teacup. If you live in the UK, this tin is a bit like a teacup cutting compound tin. And this was a tip that I got from a guy with a Corvette that was showing it at Atlanta Raceway in a car show, and he said all the top guys use this, and I hunted around for it. I managed to find a place that just had one tin, and I bought it, and it's been wonderful. I just apply it once a year on my car or bike, and what I find is it dries kind of white like most waxes, but when you wipe it off there is absolutely no dust and no white residue left at all, and the rain just beads up in droplets on your vehicle easily for a year. So fantastic product if you can get that. And then finally, just a good old-fashioned microfiber cloths available from your grocery store. So I'm not going to bore you to tears actually showing you how to use these products. I'm sure you know how to use a cloth or a spray or a wipe, but what I will do is I'll take some photos of the bike before and after, and you can make your own mind up whether any of these products are worthwhile using.
So the rear shaft drive was really filthy, really covered in a lot of dust, and that rear spindle with the hollow spindle was really filthy, as was the exhaust, particularly the hanger, and the front wheel was nearly as bad as the rear wheel really. That had plenty of dust and mud on it, and also lots of crap on the engine protection bars and the radiators full of insects, and of course all the usual bodywork had been peppered with a couple of thousand miles worth of insects, and just overall the bike was just looking pretty second hand really for a relatively brand new bike, and so I put the pressure washer on it. So there's the pressure washer. I'm going to use some of this Maguire's Gold Class car wash shampoo and conditioner in it.
Okay, so the bike's quite clean now. It's very wet. I've wiped all the muck off it. In terms of the jet wash, it's done a very good job. Plenty of power, ample actually, probably too much for some of the seals and stuff, so need to be careful when it's on the extreme jet, although the jet with the detergent is quite mild, so no pun intended. So now I'm going to dry it off with my favourite other tool, my steel leaf blower. Let's get rid of those droplets. Right, so I've finished with the leaf blower now, and I've gone over it with some Armour All wet wipes, and I followed that immediately with microfiber cloth to remove any residual, and I think it looks pretty good. Have a look. Please like and subscribe and comment, and let me know what your favourite products are to use, and above all else, ride carefully, ride often, ride on.